Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. Let rain roll, let rain
And good morning. Welcome to Today to Races presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stan Salter along with our odds maker Keith Fustel on a big Sunday afternoon here at Laurel Park. We'll get to all the action today, and we want to preview next Saturday the big Sprint Fest Winter Carnival here at Laurel Park. We have some videos of some probable starters to show you, but real quick, let's recap yesterday, the two features yesterday. You had that maiden special weight for 3-year-olds in race 5. Let's start there. You had a bunch of well-bred first-time starters in there for high-profile outfits, and then you had this horse here, Lord Have Mercy, who's by Jump Start, the Mid-Atlantic's leading sire. What an impressive debut win this was yesterday for Lord Have Mercy.
Absolutely. Eye-catching performance. I haven't seen one of these races since, I was talking about the motion horse, Irish War Cry, at 2. This horse confidently rated early. Saved ground. You see Sheldon just kind of cuts the corner, moved inside, a horse is around the turn, and look at this run unleashed in the last 3/16 of a mile. Kind of a big horse, covering ground and widening from here. I tell you, another firster just got up for second. That was the motion horse.
Oh, right.
Had another horse out of there. Casper Slew had a lot of trouble for Trombetta. Take a look at that horse. Maybe put him on your stable mail. I think that race is going to turn out to be a key race down the road.
All right, Frank Bonsall, the breeder of Lord Have Mercy. Mike Juralis, the winning trainer. Nice ride by Sheldon Russell, and very impressive there. And we were talking about Frank Bonsall. He's campaigned a couple big-time stakes horses around here before, hadn't he?
Oh, how about Crosspatch?
Yep.
Trained by Berkeley Kern, probably the most handsome trainer we've ever had here in Maryland. But Berkeley Kern, I know he had a couple bucks on that $84 winner. I'm sure we haven't heard from him. He's laying in the weeds right now. But Crosspatch was a heck of a racehorse. Won the Campbell. That's when it was a Grade 3 Campbell. Won the Jennings and the Fine back in 2000. And good to see. Frank Bonsall's been in this game a long, long time.
Yep.
And you like seeing guys get horses like that.
All right, so that was the big maiden special weight yesterday, the big allowance race yesterday for 3-year-old fillies. How about exhilarating for trainer Mike Gorham? I think that was a filly mare, so 4 and up. Oh, she's not a 3-year-old, is she? Well, it doesn't matter. I messed it up already. The darn filly won by daylight. She's by Oxbow, and a very impressive win yesterday.
She was. A little anxious moment right there past the wire. Jumped some footsteps, went up and propped, and Carrasco escaped a little injury, as did Auxiliary. That was good. She was checked out, walked back. Everything's good for her, and we'll try to work through that next condition.
Age is meaningless. Tell them the check's in the mail.
Exactly.
Doesn't matter how old she is. All right, let's show you what's going on next weekend here at Laurel Park. Next Saturday, the Sprint Fest Winter Carnival here at Laurel Park. We're going to have 5 stake races, including the Grade 3 Barbara Fritchie and the Grade 3 General George. We're going to have the ice wall with $3,000 in prizes, ice carving demo. So a big Saturday, another super Saturday for you here at Laurel Park. Next Saturday, we have a giveaway also, right? Let's show the giveaway. We have a snazzy giveaway. We also have the hot cocoa and coffee bar. And there's the Tech Glove giveaway with a program purchase. You get a snazzy little Tech Glove giveaway. So nice giveaway with some big horse racing next Saturday.
Certainly. This time of year, I could use an extra set of gloves. I can never find my gloves. I'm the king of going around with 2 separate gloves, makes a glove. So maybe I'll grab a set of those and I keep them in the car.
All right, yeah. Bring the whole family out, bring some friends out, get a table up there in the dining room. So that's next Saturday. Let's show you a couple works from this weekend. Let's start with still having fun from this morning here at Laurel Park. This is from Sunday morning today here at Laurel Park. Still having fun. A Grade 2 winner last year. He's going to be aiming towards the Grade 3 General George for trainer Tim Keefe, and here he is on the outside looking pretty sharp.
On his correct lead, Maturing is still having fun. probably wants that kind of trip, get covered up a little bit, find a seam, and go on by. A good coming off a third in the Malibu, right?
Yes,
And
grade
he was
one.
down at Churchill, if I'm not mistaken. So he's been well traveled. Boy, 7 furlongs, perfect distance for him.
Yeah, he's a 7 furlong
Yeah.
specialist, so still having fun. He's going towards the General George Shimmering Aspen, a local filly for trainer Rodney Jenkins in Hillwood Stable. She's aiming towards the Barbara Fritchie based on a sensational work yesterday here at Laurel Park. I talked to Rodney Jenkins, and he said, yeah, after this work, 5/8, 58 and change, he's going to the Fritchie. All things stay on go here for Shimmering Aspen.
Yeah, I like her sprinting 6 to 7 furlongs, even up to a mile. Well, I think check her record. I think she's 7-time winner, 7 times out of 13 starts.
Right.
She knows where the wire is, and probably coming back to some of her better form. The old Alma North winner, Shimmering Aspen.
That's right. That's right. All right, so that's next Saturday, a big Super Saturday, 5 stake races, including 2 grade 3s. Also, we have a nice handicapping tournament next Saturday at Laurel Park. Cure the Winter Blues handicapping tournament. 5 Saturdays here at Laurel. You're going to have weekly and grand prizes. It's a $10 entry fee. Go to club services here, guest services on the first floor of the clubhouse to learn more about a pretty cool, popular tournament we've had around here for many years.
Yeah, they line up to play this, and a good little pot to go after. We talked about a little tweak, some races from Gulfstream as well.
Yep.
So, we've had the Stronach 5 kind of prepping the guys to look at some other racetracks too in the Stronach family. That's always a great little contest.
All right, let's get right to it. Show you the main track here today. We'll have a fast track. It's been perfect and fair all week long, and it looks great for a big afternoon today.
I'm ready. Let's go.
And here's the conditions. In the 30s, a little cloudy. First race, 12:30. Let's get right to it here. Race 1 will kick off the early pick 5. Both your pick 5s here at Laurel Park. Your best bet with that industry low 12% takeout. It's a mandatory payout on this early pick 5. I have a ticket. Let's take a look here. $24 ticket. On my best bet today comes in race 1. This beaten nickel for Philly Mare is going a mile. My best bet, the 5, Like a Girl, is going to be the favored in this race for trainer Mike Gorham and Sheldon Russell. So I'm going to use my best bet of the day right here in the opener, the 5, Like a Girl. Then race 2 is a nice maiden special weight. I go 4 deep there with the 1, 3, 4, 5. Race 3, I go with the 2 and the 8. In there, another nice maiden special weight for the 4th. I go 3 deep there with the 2, 4, 7, and then we wrap it up in race 5. I go with the 1, 4 there. So very affordable, $24 ticket. You can study all of our tickets some more on the laurelpark.com website. Underneath the handicapping section, let's take a look here at race 1. Claiming 5,000, Philly Mares 4 and up. Haven't won a race in 6 months, never won 4. Going a mile is the condition. My best bet here, the 5, Like a Girl, for Old Coach Farm and trainer Mike Gorham. Sheldon Russell had that big win yesterday on Lord Have Mercy. He rides this 6-year-old mare by Cat Thief. A good second at this level. Last out going 2 turns. Now we cut back to a mile today. She's 5 for 8 in the money going a mile. She has a win in 4/3. So I'll go with the favorite on top here in race 1.
Yeah, shorter field. Shouldn't have any real difficulty with traffic. Doesn't have a lot of speed, but I think you look at this breakdown, Chapel Gap, if she's going to bring her best game, it's probably going to be on the front end. You got Weston Hamilton, a strong rider, ready to go up into the flow along with Child's Play. So I think Like a Girl is going to be able to kind of steadily progress, go up. It's been a long time since she's had a win. You have to go back to December of 17. But I think she's trending the right direction right now, where some of these other ones look like they've kind of flatlined. So I Like a Girl, I think she's going to get her first victory over a fast main track.
All right, so we both have the 5 on top here in race 1. Let's just move along here to the second race. Race 2 kicks off the early pick 4. You like the early pick 4 today. It's a nice maiden special weight for Philly and Mares here in race 2. Let's check out your ticket, see how you played it.
Okay. Here's our ticket. What do we got today? $24 for the early pick 4. We're going to start you off 2 deep. We're going to use the firster to get you started. Edit and Simplify, the 1 for Sagamore and Horacio De Paz. 1-4 in race 2. In the third race, the 2 and the 8, Young American and Day Strike. Fourth race, you talked about. This kind of reminds me of the race yesterday with Mr. Bonsel's horse, Lord Have Mercy. You could sneak a price out of here. No doubt some well-bred firsters. let's go deep. 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, and 9. Fifth race, we're going to wrap it up with the 1 and the 4, and that's no real easy race. Jericho Marsh, the 3, would be a surprise, but maybe, I tell you, if you get a deal button in race 5, grab a friend, I would do so. Not a lot of consistency with those horses. So $24 for the opening pick 4 of the day.
Well, we both like the 1-4 there in race 5. Let's check out this second race. A maiden special weight filly mares 4 and up, going 5.5. The 4, Last Love's my top pick. We have a video spotlight to show you of Last Love. She's a 4-year-old daughter of Not for Love. Here's the race, January 19th at Laurel Park.
Yeah, Last Love at 40-1 this day. Gets in a little battle up front with Mary's Jewel, who took a lot of play off its debut, tried a troubled trip up in Pennsylvania. Last Love took it right to her around the turn, just not quite good enough. Gave way grudgingly, even floated out a little bit through the stretch. But I like the effort visually. How often do you see a horse claimed out of its debut for 25, was 58-1 that day? You don't see too many 58-1 shots claimed. Well, they did. They liked something, brought the Maryland bred back, called a sloppy surface, muddy sealed surface, ran quite game. I don't think she necessarily needs the lead either, shortening back up to 5.5, because some other horse, Hurricane Sheila, is probably going to be sent from the inside, I would believe. But I go to the first, Stan. I go to the Sagamore runner. Taking a long time to the race is a 4-year-old filly, first-time starter by Super Saver out of a mare, Tell a Great Story. She was pretty good. And won her debut at Laurel back in 2013. Was bet down that day, won by 5 3/4, running a credible buyer. Stepped up, ended up winning a stakes, and I think even graded stakes place at Delaware. They've taken their time. They scored with a horse like this, a 4-year-old firster back in March that ran a big number that was hammered down. So it didn't simplify my pick here in the debut.
I used the filly by Super Saver. I used her in my top 4. I have her on my early pick 5 ticket. She'll probably be well played. DePaz, 20% recently with first-time starters. He's been very good the past few years with first-time starters. He's done a great job for Sagamore Farm. They had a big win down at Gulfstream yesterday, Sagamore. All right, so tough inside post here for the 1, Edit and Simplify, but I'm sure the horse is well prepared over there with the gate crew at Pimlico. The 5 we both like here. 1, 2, 3, go for trainer Tim Keefe, 4-year-old daughter of Hunters Bay. Went off 12-1 in debut. Outran her odds, though. That was last April when she was a 3-year-old, maiden 40 for the debut and a decent third. Now comes off another long layoff. Obviously some issues, but I appreciate the patient handling here for the 5. Forest Boys takes the call today.
It doesn't come back and face the strongest bunch. We don't know what this one horse is going to be like. But out of a mare, 2 Columbus, well, she was just dead solid, a multiple winner, made a lot of money, and ran fast. Horse ran credible in debut, which means to me they've taken the time. They're not dropping. Hopefully it was just a minor thing. Setback took their time, and she's back, and she's going to fire, I think, from just off the pace.
All right, we both like the 3 here, War of the States. Trevor McCarthy, your leading rider, takes the call for the first time on this Bodemeister 4-year-old filly for trainer Mike Trombetta. She has a bunch of early speed, but she just can't finish very well. She cuts back to 5.5 today. It's the shortest she's run. Maybe the thinking is maybe just to try to get to the front and see if she can get to the 5.5 today.
That's exactly right. What her staying power is seriously in question. She might be a little bit quicker than Hurricane Sheila and Last Love early. Maybe that's the choice. It's interesting. Made a little move in debut. You go back 4 or 5 races. Tried to stretch out, had an easy lead. Vito just couldn't hold. Just trying to find that right move. Maybe 5.5 is going to be the distance that hits her right between the eyes.
All right, so nice maiden special weight in race 2. Both Keith and I like the same 4 fillies there in the second. Let's turn the page here. Race 3 will kick off the 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. No carryover. They hit it today. Decent payout, I believe, almost $3,500 in the Pick 6 yesterday. So no carryover today in our Pick 6. It'll start race 3 on the 8-race program. Also, race 3 will kick off the Rolling Super High 5 with that low 15% takeout. And there's the carryover in race 3, a little over $1,400 for the Super High 5. We have that every race with 7 or more horses, so keep your eye on that throughout the day. The third, we're going 6 furlongs, claiming 8,000, 4 and up. Haven't won a race in 6 months. Races in it for 75 or less, not considered an eligibility. I go with the 2, Young American on top. Had a sharp win. Had 3 wins in a row this past winter here at Laurel Park, all for $5,000. Stepped up to this beaten $8,000 level. January 18th, a good second as the even money favorite that day, and a decent second last out as the heavy favorite. That was going a mile. I love the cut back to 6 furlongs today. He should be dead fit. Rosado gets aboard, so we're going from an apprentice rider to a journeyman rider. That might help a little bit here. The 2 Young American, the favorite, my top pick in the third.
Yeah, certainly the one to beat. Great try for Open 8, sprinting 2 races back. Lone Lake Federal Walk just got Bravo in the lead last time. I guess that's all you can say at a price. So Young American has beaten these horses before. Maybe off the mile, maybe finds himself a little further back and encounters some trouble. I'll go with a little bit better price. Day Strike, who was behind Young American 3 races back. I like the way this horse rated though last time. Ran on the same day as a couple of other these horses, ran a little bit quicker. Yeah, he's jumping up a little bit in class, but Damon Dillavico have Barnes rolling right now.
Yeah, big weekend.
I think this horse can stalk and pounce.
Smart Tour Royalty a couple of days ago to big
trip.
price.
This horse might have, yep.
And a nice win yesterday up the rail. So Day Strike, 2-8 for me, 8-2 for Keith on top here. I use both the 2 and the 8 on my early pick 5. The 6 I use in my top 3. The 6 double the cheers for Robbie Bales, 4th last out against Open 12-5 here at Laurel Park. Caramanos will ride today. This horse, a 7-year-old, made over $250,000. He was beaten. It was a good second as the favored for beating Nickel Company 2 starts ago. So it's like he's not really, well, he is dropping from the 12-5. He was 4th that day, but 2 starts ago beaten Nickel. Today's spot a little tougher, but I use him in my top 3.
Yeah, and I'll throw in a price. The 5 Midnight Games as a user. He's a horse that's jumped up and bounced off of bad races before. It was a recent scratch. Interesting move. They still keep him here. I would think this horse would maybe try to jam all the way to the bottom, but he's got races on his page. He's got, the kind of move I like in races like this with this kind of speed. I think he's going to make a run at a price. Barnes been hitting the board with a lot of its runners, so I'm going to throw that horse in there.
All right, we both like the 9 as well. Midnight Cry, first off the claim for Linda Albert. This horse has some speed, in good form, stepping up off the claim for a good barn, and you get a live rider with Rosario Montanez. So the 9, Midnight Cry, a 4-time winner here at Laurel Park. He's live here at a good price.
Yeah, had the rail last time, kind of rated off the speed and try to make another move after angling out. I think today they might just go ahead and go and take him as far as he can go.
All right, let's get a quick commercial break. When we come back, I like the late pick 5 today. That starts in race 4, a nice maiden special weight. We'll check it out right after this.
When it comes to getting back in the game, there's only one team to turn to. The team more high school, collegiate, and professional athletes train and recover with. That team is MedStar Sports Medicine. For more than 30 years, MedStar has served as a leader in the diagnosis, treatment, and rehabilitation of orthopedic and sports-related injuries. Ranked among the top programs in the Maryland and Washington regions, we offer rapid access to athletes of all levels. Let the pros who treat the pros treat you. MedStar Sports Medicine.
All right, welcome back. The late pick 5 starts in race 4 today on our 8-race program. A nice maiden special weight for 3-year-old fillies going 6 furlongs. Industry low, 12% takeout means more money back in your pocket when you hit the pick 5s here at Laurel Park. No carryover today. They hit it yesterday for a big price. It was over $7,000 yesterday for the late pick 5.
And how about that? I think the late pick 4 paid $100 and change.
Right.
You toss in the Juralis horse, and
That's
now
right.
you've got $7,000.
Yeah,
it's not
sure.
like we didn't try to wake them up. We had the horse in the last race, the Maryland McMullen horse, a $29 winner with the blinkers on. Yeah, got excited. That horse we talked about on the show. Watch him in the post parade. See if he comes out with a little bit. Yeah, didn't have any real blinker on the left side. On the right side, had kind of a deeper, blinker.
Right.
Perfect. Got in position early. $29 horse won like a 3 to 5 shot.
The Maryland McMullen horse. So
we had that. We noticed that in that time before. The horse was trying to get out around the turn, but little tweak of the equipment got the job done.
All right, so that was you had 2 long shot winners yesterday in the pick 5. It paid big. Let's take a look at my ticket today. Starting in race 4, a $36 ticket for my late pick 5. I go 4 deep here in race 4. I go with the 2, 4, 5, 7. So it's a wide open maiden special weight. So I go 4 deep. My top pick is the 7 Bunting, a first-time starter for Rodney Jenkins with Victor Carrasco aboard. Race 5, I go with the 1, 2, 4 in race 5. Race 6, a nice allowance race going 2 turns. I like the 3 Tattooed on top, but the 4 Jump Jiving Whale. You know that horse can be coming late with Trevor McCarthy aboard. Race 7, nice starter allowance feature. I single on the 4, Throw the Fade, who's 6-5 and going to be awfully tough there in race 7. Then race 8, a maiden 10, 3-year-old fillies going a mile. I go 3 deep there. The 2 favorites are the 3 and the 7. They don't have to win at all. They're not very impressive. The 6 Miss Quick just might be the fittest horse for Hammy Smith at a big price. I go with the 6 Miss Quick on top there in race 8, but I use the 2 favorites as well. So a $36 ticket for my late pick 5. Let's take a look here at the 4th race. A nice maiden special weight. I have the 4. I picked the 4 second. I have the 7 Bunting on top. Let's start. Let's start with the video.
Okay.
The video of the 4 Jump for Sally, a 3-year-old daughter, jump start. Decent debut late December here at Laurel.
On a sloppy sealed racetrack at 38 to 1. Actually tossed this horse in, I think, that day in the pick 4. Makes a big run. You know, Dueler's on the front end. Kind of a cavalry charge the last 16th of a mile. Jump for Sally, very willing through the wire. Great debut effort there. You know, we know there's going to be some proven speed in here with the 3 Nightlife, and I think one of these firsters is also going to bring some speed to the table, maybe a couple of them. So Jump for Sally can benefit off of that try. 60, that's a good number for a debut filly here. I thought that race was quite strong, so I'm definitely using her in the mix. Going to take her underneath. I go for a firster, the 5, Misguided for Phil Schoenthal. Tab the Tote. Probably got this horse lined a little bit too high at 12. By Spicetown. We love the Spicetowns. Hits at about 16% with the first-time starters on the dirt. Out of a mare, Misbehavior. Remember her 5 for 12, $790,000 earner. Won her debut at 12 to 1. Maybe we can get 12 to 1 today. Yeah, running an 84, multiple Greatest Stakes winner. This horse bred to win early. Works okay, nothing real flashy. I like how the speedy work on the 16th and slowed it down on the 26th.
Yeah, Schoenthal trained Misbehavior for these same people, so they kept her and bred her to a major league sire in Spitestown. So, sure, the 5 Misguided is going to be live. I use her in my top 4. I have the 7 on top here, Bunting. You like the 7 as well. A homebred for Hillwood Stables and trainer Rodney Jenkins. This filly's by Bandbox. It works here at Laurel Park. They're pretty decent. You had a bullet half-mile work last November, and then a bunch of good work since then, including a couple recent 5 furlong workouts, most recently February 6th here at Laurel. From the gate, 5 furlongs in a minute flat. That's a pretty impressive work. Victor Carrasco will ride. Rodney trained Bandbox. He's doing well with the Bandbox offspring. This filly gets Lasix in debut, and she'll probably be well supported, I think, at the windows.
Yeah, I would think so. Second Dam River Cruise Stakes winner. A lot of good breeding there. The 9 is a first, so you're going to have to pay attention to. Daughter of Street Boss. They win early out of a mare that was a runner. Good race. It could be any kind coming out of race number 4.
All right, so nice maiden special weight there to kick off that late pick 5. Late pick 4 starts in race 5. We're going a flat mile here, claiming 12,500, 4 and up. Never won 2 lifetime. We both have a 4-1 on top. We both like the 2-5 as well. Let's start with the 4, Hua Karen for trainer Freddie Velasquez. Dylan Haddock comes down to ride this Haynesfield 4-year-old. Went to the front last out up there at Parks, coming off the layoff, and then got a little tired, finished a decent 3rd. Now 2nd off the layoff, and finds a soft group here today. We both have the 4 on top.
Yeah, we made it draws inside, which might be a good thing for him. He can rate. He got caught in a duel with Praise the Moon last time. It was softened up. That could leave the 4. I'm hoping maybe on the lead. This trainer comes down to Maryland. He does pretty well. He's 17%, 4 for 24 over the last 3 years. 2nd off of a layoff, off of a heavier surface up at Parks.
Sure.
Maybe a little more bounce in this racetrack will help the chances of the 4 today. So, yeah, it's a tricky little field. Scratch the 6, lovely games. it's going to be a battle of attrition when you break it down, Stan.
Yeah,
the final quarter of a mile for this group of horses. None of them showing a ton of finish.
All right, so we both we like the same 4 horses there with the 4 on top in race 5. Let's turn the page. Race 6, a real nice first level allowance condition, 4 and up, going a mile in a 16th. I have the 3 on top, the 3 Tattooed, going to be one of your favorites here in race 6. Let's start with the 3. We have a video spotlight to show you. January 20th here at Laurel Park, a big, powerful win against Starter Allowance Company.
Yeah, relaxed kindly that day, took the measure of the leaders, a little bit of a three-pronged battle up front with the walk. You tell me. Also waiting inside was Mary's horse, and they just got through along the inside through the stretch, but just wasn't good enough. But I tell you, Tattooed brought the A game with Trevor that day. Going to go ahead and knife in between horses 3 wide. The 4 horse that afternoon goes ahead, goes past, crush it, that's right, and goes on by and widens by 5.5. A buyer of 82. Can he bring this race back at 2 turns? Well, he ran at 84, 3 races back at 2 turns.
Sure.
Can he pair up those kind of numbers? That's my main concern. Maybe facing a little bit better group. Crush It, I would have liked to have seen run a little bit better. I go to the 6, 3's overdue. So, Stan, I saw you take it. Toss this horse in for Gary Cap. Comes out of a good race. This is a strong race in New York and stretching out. I think you're going to see an aggressive ride early from Weston Hamilton. This horse can get the distance off of quicker internals up there. That second-place finisher came back to run a 90 next out of that race in Aqueduct. 3's overdue is my top selection in the 6. I really like this horse today to kind of control it up front.
Yeah, Weston Hamilton been working a bunch of horses for Gary Capuano in the morning. I remember seeing him last Monday. A dark day for a lot of barns. The day after it's like the first day of the weekend. It's our weekend after the live racing on the weekend. He said he'd just come from Gary's barn. He'd work like 6 over there. So Weston doing a lot of work in the mornings for Gary Capuano. Let's see if it pays off here. I like the 6 as well. Second off the layoff was a nice 3-year-old last year. So the 6, 3's overdue is live. Yeah, I'm only 2 deep on my late pick 5 ticket. I might have to use a few more. The 1, Crucelli, had a nice rally last out to get up against Maryland Bred Allowance Company, going 2 turns. 71 buyers last 2 starts. He's a deep closer. Rosario Montanez gets aboard today for owner-trainer Robert Vukovic.
He likes the 2 turns, no doubt. He might want a little bit more flow. I don't know if he's going to quite get what he likes up front today. They went pretty quick last time. You see the internals. 23 and 2, picked up 46 and 2, 11 and 2. Sustained drive, determined, and got up over a next out winner. This is still a little bit of a better group, I think. Jump, Jive, and Well, you know what you're going to get with him. He's going to settle and make that charge. Boy, but once he got 5 straight seconds, man.
He'll be in the mix. McCarthy's going to get him home one of these days. McCarthy, you would think he's the leading rider, probably has his pick in this race. He takes off Tattooed and goes with the 4 Jump, Jive, and Well.
Yeah, might add a call. You never know how that really works.
Sure.
But yeah.
All right, let's turn the page here. Race 7's going to kick off the late daily double. Nice 25,000 starter allowance condition here for 4 and up. Never won 2 is the condition in this race. We're going 7 furlongs to 4. Throw the fade, 6 to 5 morning line. He's going to be awfully tough in here. A 4-year-old son of Preakness winner, Shackelford. Let's show you his last race in the snow here, January 19th at Laurel.
Yeah, the 9 horse this afternoon, and just kind of stalking 3 wide, rolls up and goes ahead and gets the lead past the quarter pole for Cintron. And it looks like, he's got plenty left. He's going to go ahead and draw the stick here, trying to keep him busy. He's just not going to be able to hold off Global Citizen. Global Citizen at 3 to 5 that afternoon. Well, there's no Global Citizen in here today. He's going to get the jump, I believe, on this field. He's going to have to work, though. Peshin Knight has got some speed in here, Stan. I think Peshin Knight is going to be forward. He's going to engage him. 7 furlongs is the key. I'm looking for a horse, maybe just make that steady progression and wind him down. I think it's going to be 3 Bandito or the 1 Glengar. First time gelding here for Bandito.
Yeah, Bandito, first time gelding for Marco Salazar. The barn had a win. I believe, didn't the barn have a win this weekend? No, that was
yeah, Boom Boom Gone, right? The
Boom
maiden?
Boom Gone.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it. Boom Boom Gone. Jorge Riaz rides the 3 Bandito. We like the same 4 horses here. Let's take a look at the 1 Glengar we both have in our exacta. This horse a deep closer for your leading trainer Claudio Gonzalez. This will be the second time going 7 furlongs. He ran an okay 4th as a maiden at this distance last October. He's probably a better horse now. They had a wide rally last out in the mud that was going 6 furlongs. I like the 1 Glengar a little better today, going 7 furlongs.
Interesting they keep working with this horse. They claimed him for 25. He's knocked on the doors. Sometimes, like Claudio, they're quick to kind of say, all right, we haven't got over the top. They stay with him. And this is going to be his second try at 7 furlongs. This might just be the field. He was closing in on Throw the Fade, but he's going to have to give me a little bit more punch. I think he's going to get the right kind of setup. I'm going to go Bandito, though. That's your best value in the 7.
All right, so we like the same 4 there in race 7. Let's turn the page. One more race 8, the maiden 10. A wide open maiden 10 for 3-year-old fillies going a flat mile. And I just went with a horse that just might be the fittest of the field. And maybe she can get in front, turning for home, and just everybody else is going to be getting a little leg weary going a mile here. The 6 Miss Quick comes into this race off 3 consecutive routes, hasn't run well, showed a little life at a big price last out in the middle of the race and in the slop, and then packed it in. Angel Cruz gets aboard today. You have Angel Suarez on the 3, Kate and Jillian. He's a top journeyman rider. Angel had a 3-win day a couple days ago this weekend. He won a race yesterday. So the 3's live. Who you have on top? You have a 10-pound apprentice on the other favorite, the 7's Simmered Shenanigan. Brittany's race. She's working hard, riding well. But nonetheless, she's on the favorite there, the 7, who's suspect. And your thoughts on the favorites here?
Okay, well,
in race 8?
What a difference a day makes. Kate and Lily and I had lined at 15-1. Okay, yesterday or the day before.
And a maiden 10.
Yeah, and now it's 7-5. Okay, first off the claim, a race pretty much devoid of speed, stretching out. Ferry did score with a horse like this off the Mario. See if Lightning will strike twice. We'll go ahead and try to go to the front. I think can control it today. Simmer Shenanigan did have some help, but that was second Lasix, little drop in class. Has the benefit of going a route of ground. So we think it's one of these two. But Allie Barbara, I'm going to use the horse one more time. I like the debut. Trouble second time. Third time out was up with the pace. Dropped completely back, but then showed late life when swinging out. Maybe a kooky horse, has some issues up top. But I think this horse against this field is going to make an impact, no doubt.
All right, it's a good race just to hit the all button here in race 8 and just hope for a big price. You get Rosario Montanez. He's a live rider. He's on the 4, a big long shot. Jorge Riaz on the 1. J.D. Acosta on the 2. All big prices we're talking about here with live riders.
Right. Yeah, you're reaching. I mean, this is a tough race to kind of really say I can go for this bomb. I mean, you can't really trust anybody, but process of elimination leads me to those 3 horses, 3, 5, 7.
All right, that's it. We're out of time. Good luck today. Big Saturday. Next Saturday, you can keep up with all the information of the stakes runners for our Winter Carnival next Saturday. Just go to laurelpark.com. Check out all the press releases. We'll have some video up on our Laurel Park Twitter page, I believe. So looking forward to next Saturday. We'll show you some more videos next Thursday, getting you ready for the big day. That's it. Good luck to you today.
Thank you.
All right,
Appreciate
and Dave Robin, he's coming up next with Scratches and Changers. Good luck.
Good luck.